This video is for business owners who want to make themselves, their employees, and their CFOs happier. An unhappy employee is a disengaged employee. And according to Gallup, a disengaged employee costs their company 34% of their annual salary in terms of lost productivity, absenteeism, and other effects from being disengaged. Now, evolutionarily inherited adaptions don't care how we feel. They weren't passed on to us to make us happy, but only to help us survive long enough to play past the genes. We have to learn, on the other hand, because these weren't evolutionarily inherited traits, we have to learn and then practice to be grateful, ambitious, satisfied, positive, and serene. Our evolutionarily inherited defaults are to be comfort-seeking, lazy, overeating, negative, and emotional. So each one of these had an evolutionary advantage, a survival trait, which is why we still carry them today. Our ancestors had them, they survived, passed on their genes, and therefore we have those same traits. So the first is comfort-seeking, which kept our ancestors safe. Laziness helped them conserve energy long enough to survive until their next meal. Overeating was the best strategy because they never knew when they'd find, catch, or hunt down their next meal. Negativity was the best way for them to avoid danger because, in the words of Roy Baumeister, life has to win every day. Death has to win only once. Finally, emotions are faster than reason. So freezing, fleeing, or fighting that bear was more likely to keep us alive than reasoning with it. Brian White said it perfectly when it comes to emotions and our evolutionary defaults in this brilliant saying, and that is, we never really grow up. We only learn how to act in public. Unlike those inborn defaults, we have to learn and practice all the skills and behaviors that lead to success in our modern world. This is the first video in a series of how to choose, learn, and consistently act upon the 5 opposites of the evolutionary defaults I've already mentioned. Now, while they kept us alive in the past, they're making us unhappy, fat, unhealthy, anxious, depressed, sick, and even killing us in the age of safety and abundance that we now live in compared to our evolutionary past. The single best thing you can do to be happier, to be more grateful, is to meditate daily. It's proven by neuroscience, and many of the most successful people on the planet do it every day. Since all business is personal, the whole idea of gratitude and happiness actually starts with you. You have to do it in yourself before you're going to be able to bring that into your workplace and improve things there. So 3 ways to increase your personal gratitude and happiness are being mindful of any moment when you're actually happy or grateful. So for example, for myself, this morning I had my delicious, healthy chocolate oatmeal fieldberry breakfast. It's completely healthy and it's completely delicious, and I'm grateful for being able to enjoy that quite often, in fact. To celebrate simple pleasures is another one. Now, Travis Roy gives profound wisdom when he says, being able-bodied doesn't guarantee happiness. I think there's a TED Talk in that. I'll put the link in the description, and if there is a TED Talk or a video, I'll put it right there. And then the last one is very simple. Now, this is inspired by Sean Aker, and he does have a TED Talk. Maybe I'll put it there too. And that is to keep a gratitude journal. And the easy way to do this is to list 3 things every effing day that you're grateful for. Now, this journal can be written. It can be blogged, spoken aloud, shared publicly, or kept in private, or just used as a daily mindfulness practice by thinking of 3 things that you're grateful for. But there's a lot of good research behind this and how good this is for your health and your gratitude, which leads to happiness. So really what this comes down to is to be grateful, practice gratitude. At work, be grateful to people and communicate frequently, unexpectedly, authentically, and ideally publicly when reports have actually earned your gratitude. Now, that last part is especially important because if they haven't earned it, it's better to stay silent rather than express fake gratitude, which will make the gesture meaningless going forward. That's a really important point. If they think you're just doing that, yay, oh, good job, yay, doesn't have any positive impact and actually has the opposite impact. It's a negative thing and makes them think you're just being fake. So check out the cards throughout this video. I'll link cards everywhere I can to other videos. They're not mine, they're other people's that relate to all the topics we've talked about today, or the links in the description to dive deeper into these topics. I'll end with a gratitude because that seems to make the most sense here. I'm grateful for having successfully, as of today, made 188 daily episodes of videos that help you do what you do best, even better, through neurocognitive leadership and design. This has been Crush It Club 188, Dive into Gratitude. My name is Tim B. Green. Bye for now.